Although dogs cannot determine a moral right from wrong, can they say sorry to humans? AnimalWised finds out in today's video. Do dogs know when they've done something wrong? For humans, we can apply a moral reasoning to animal actions such as defecating in the house, digging holes in the garden, chewing our slippers, or biting furniture. For the dog, these are not immoral actions, but natural behaviours that express their canine instinct. Dogs learn by association, meaning they can associate certain emotions with specific stimuli. For example, scolding a dog every time they pee indoors means they'll associate this action with a likely reprimand, so they avoid doing so in the future. This doesn't mean dogs always stop doing something once they're scolded for an action we deem inappropriate. The dog is not able to understand the concept of doing something morally wrong based on cultural or personal standards, especially for an action performed earlier. The punishment needs to occur at the same time as the action for it to be assimilated, although even this won't necessarily be the case. Discover appropriate puppy training methods with the video we share above. How do dogs say sorry? Many guardians think their dogs are apologising for something they did wrong due to their behaviour, posture and facial expressions, especially when caught in the middle of a certain act. This is usually seen in characteristic postures such as head and ears down, body arched, tail between hind legs, generally moving quickly, licking lips, whining, lying on their back, yawning, looking sideways, approaching and moving away repeatedly, and closing their eyes. All of these behaviours actually correspond to calming or appeasement signals. Dogs are true experts in observing and analysing our body language, interpreting each of our movements with great precision. Through smell, they can also detect chemical changes in our body, which give them clear clues about our state of mind. Even if you don't scold them, these postures mean the simple act of getting angry generates a series of signals that dogs quickly pick up. We may have a deeper voice than normal, slight increase in body temperature, sweating, putting our hands on our face, or facial expressions of disgust. If your dog has seen these signals before being restrained, they will likely associate them with a negative experience. How to train a dog to know what is right and wrong. Dogs are very intelligent animals with an enormous capacity to learn, so it's not difficult to teach them boundaries and to avoid certain behaviours. Ideally, the dog's education begins when they are a puppy. Proper socialisation and a healthy bond are the basis for living with a dog. These are often sufficient to avoid many behavioural problems. Dogs should always be educated using positive reinforcement, avoiding threats and physical punishment. When they have negative experiences, the animal can develop fears that will be very difficult to eliminate in the future. They often lead to behavioural and emotional problems, reducing their welfare. Act immediately, but do not scold your dog if they do something wrong while you're not at home. This will only confuse them. It's better that you call their attention only if you see them doing something bad in the moment. Instead of scolding, redirect them to an alternative behaviour that is appropriate and reinforce it positively. In this way, the dog will learn what actions are appropriate and which to avoid. If you want to continue learning about dog behaviour, don't miss the playlist we share here. Do you think your dog wants to say sorry? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.